Karl mentioned reviewing a 50 caliber weapon. Wow! And my mind began to wander. Until reality began to return slowly. But wait, it's the Desert Eagle 50 cal, a real handful. This could be interesting. Then he let it slip. It was an airsoft version. Well, you can imagine my first thoughts. But wait, hang on, the Desert Eagle 50 cal has real attitude. I can make this work, yeah. Let's give it a go. Hello and welcome to Andy's Airgun review. Yes, today I'll be looking at the KWC DE.50 or the 50 cal Desert Eagle as most people know it, but an airsoft version. I was actually quite keen to check out this airsoft scene. I realise I'm an airgun man at heart, but never let it be said that I have a closed mind. And besides, people shoot each other with these things, don't they? First things first then, I couldn't wait to get this thing gassed up and on the chronograph to find out how fast they actually shoot. And of course, what power output do they produce? Can't be much if people shoot each other with them, can it? Here is a quick look at the results from the chrono using 0.25 gram or 3.6 grain plastic 6mm BBs. Well, you can imagine my first thoughts when I found out this thing is capable of 400 feet per second, 1.4 foot-pounds and 1.9 joules. That's right, I'm not going to any airsoft shooting day. You can forget that. Incidentally, the manufacturers claim a maximum of 1.6 joules. And I was shooting on a cold day. Joking aside, this thing really does kick out some power and has a real heavy feel to it and a terrific blowback action. The gun itself weighs 1.1 kilograms and is metal top, plastic grip and bottom with plastic trigger guard and trigger. The dropout magazine is also metal and quite a heavy item, and solid it is too. This magazine carries the standard 12 gram CO2 cartridge and 22 rounds of the 6mm BBs. Loading this is either one at a time by dropping them into the top of the magazine or by using the supplied filling tool. Now this thing is a cross between a hypodermic needle and a turkey baster, but it's amazingly quick when you get the hang of it. Don't believe me? Watch this, but don't blink. Put your finger on the bottom, keep it in. You can virtually pour these things straight in. And once you've got that full, tip it the other way, pop it into the top and hold it down. How simple is that? Why can't steel BB guns be like this? With its dual or single action, semi-automatic firing and weaver rail along the top, I'm starting to get hooked on this thing. It also comes with the cool stuff too, like lock open after last shot has been fired and This thing is field strippable. The gun, you'll notice, has dual springs for the blowback action. No wonder this thing has got a kick to it. The safety is a real heavy grade ambidextrous item, and it's shaped for thumb operation. It operates with a definite and solid click, showing the red dot when in firing mode. It also has 2 stages of fire, which I can only imagine is for the non-UK market where full auto is allowed. Sadly, this is the UK semi-automatic version only. The barrel has a recess to it to resemble the massive 50 caliber. It also has a fixed front sight on top to line up with the fixed rear sight. This gun is a real handful and great fun. Would I buy it to start and play airsoft? Nope, not a chance. I imagine it's great fun and a real thrilling sport, but the thought of being hit by 1.4 foot-pounds of 6mm plastic doesn't float my boat. But using this indoors when the weather isn't fit to shoot outside, now that's a different matter. So, let's get some targets out to test this thing's accuracy. So, was it accurate? For a thing this size firing 6mm BBs, which are very, very light and have a tendency, if you're not careful, to ping all over the place, I wasn't expecting much. But as you can see from the target shooting session, they were pretty tight. Quite impressive, really. So, could you use it for indoor target shooting? Yeah, I think so. Then I thought about finding out what damage this was capable of. So I shot it at all sorts. So first of all, we shot through a plastic cream carton. Now, this thing isn't particularly light or flimsy, but it went straight through and out the other side as well. Quite impressive. I then tried shooting at a lemonade bottle, but these things are so round and these things really are tough that it just ricocheted off. It broke the paper, but just ricocheted off. So it's not quite that strong. So you're starting to think maybe it's not that good until you hit a really strong tin can. Now, it didn't go through it, but it made some hellish dints into it. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of something coming out of this. As I said, this is great fun and feels like a real handful. Am I just an air gunner? Well, if I was, I'm not anymore. Bring on some more airsoft for the indoor fun.